he's the best player in the league right now.
He's the best talent I ever seen in my life.
Did you know he was cold?
Yeah. And I was like, dog, this dude is nice.
With his slow pace, how he reads the floor, he made the game easy for everybody.
No, there were certain buckets he was guaranteeing we were going to get layups.
Jokic always reminds you, stay humble, stay humble.
As Nikola Jokic continues his historic rise, the NBA world buzzing with the possibility of Joker securing an unprecedented 4th MVP award. But beyond the stats and accolades, what do the players who shared the court with him, those who know him best, actually say about the Serbian superstar? Will Barton on his experiences playing with Jokic back in 2022.
He could do it all. I mean, he could pass it, he could score it in the post, shoot threes, mid-post. I mean, however you want it, he can do it. And I think he stepped it up defensively this year and also being a vocal leader for us. So I mean, just look what he's doing this year with, two of our main guys down. He's keeping us afloat, and he's still putting up great numbers. So, I mean, what can I say about him?
Jared Vanderbilt, a former Nuggets for a season and a half, speaks on what he witnessed firsthand.
I seen it day one. Like, he was just...
No heads up.
Yeah, he was just different, bro. Like, once he realized how nice he was and the impact he could do, like, when he was there, he was just always just super nice.
Yeah.
But, they were kind of pushing him, like, bro, like, go get MVP.
Yeah.
I remember Will Barton was like, bro, like, go get MVP. Like, you can do that shit. And once he got to realizing and feel like he could do that shit, it was over with at that point.
Reggie Jackson on his crazy-ish Jokic story.
It comes down to, like, we need a shot. He literally comes to the board. He's like, yo, these are guys that, the young guys, like, never been in the NBA, haven't really played much. He literally looks up. It's a funny thing. He's like, who wants to get an open shot? Look, who wants to get the open three to try to tie it up? I'm like, I'm looking around in my mind like, yo, that's kind of swaggy that you feel that confident to say that. Like, hey, me, sub me back in. So I want to see, like, it happen. He draws up the coldest play. He literally, like, as he's writing, he's like, the dude, he literally tells everybody, he's like, you're going to be in the left corner wide open. Nobody's going to know it. Like, just be confident to shoot it. Man, when I said it was like the same way he'd be throwing blind passes, once it came on the screen, the ball was in the air, nobody could see it. I'm looking at it going like, yo, this is like movie. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, this is like movie, like the way it happened. So the ball literally drops in the dude's lap in the left corner. Unfortunately, we just didn't hit the shot, but like, I was mesmerized. As it happens, I'm like, I'm watching the ball float. I'm kind of like looking at him as the ball's floating in the air at the same time, like, yo, did you just, like, you drew that up so well that you knew it was going to happen?
More from Reggie himself.
What stood out, like, as soon as the game ended and the huddle broke, he went from being dressed in his game attire, so being dressed out, like, you know what it is, we're dressed up in our suit, whatever it is, jeans, whatever. Like, immediately getting thrown on his workout clothes. He was the first person up there to lift his weights, like the intensity that I seen him lift with, and immediately hit the court. The way his attention to detail is, really in his mind, he likes to do perfect reps. So, like, watching that, like, how he approached his workout, attacked it with the intensity, his attention, like I said, and then that was like 3 straight games immediately. So I noticed that quickly, but I'm like, oh, this is like little things that separate you, especially being his teammate, like, or being on the outside at first. And you know how everybody perceives that, like, he doesn't like basketball or it's a job for him. I remember I had to tell, like, people close to me then, I was like, yo, if it's a job for him, he every day wants to be, like, he wants to be an employee of the week. He wants to be an employee of the month. Like, he understands, I think, what he means to the game or what he means to the team and what he has to do each and every night.
Paul Millsap, who played with Jokic for 4 seasons, compared his superstar to Tom Brady back in 2019. Like a quarterback out there, he's always going to pick you apart and make the right reads. It's unbelievable. Millsap decided to resign with the franchise after the bubble. Said the guy's just drawing cheeseburgers. Free cheeseburgers, just grab as many you can. Playing with a guy like that is unbelievable. Juancho Hernan-Gomez, playing with Jokic 3.5 seasons, said he's very humble and hardworking.
He's the real unselfish player. He tried to keep better for all the players, like thinking in the players a bit. I think he's fundamental for our team. When he's good, it's really hard to beat us.
Always working in the gym, only player to endure all the games except one because he was expelled, and revealed the time when the Nuggets lost that left them out the playoffs. Jokic started crying in the dressing room, blaming himself for the elimination. Despite playing incredible, also stated possibly the best talent Juancho ever seen.
He's the best talent I ever seen in my life. He helped all the guys for keep improving.
KCP, who won a shit with both LeBron and Jokic, talks about their similarities.
I don't see a difference between them two. You know what I'm saying? Their IQ is out this world. For me, what made my career great playing with them, like they were willing to pass the ball when you open. All I had to do was be ready to shoot. Kudos to both of them guys, man. You know, like they made my career better later in my years. So like, man, they're my brothers, man. Like, yeah.
No doubt.
Of course, Caldwell-Pope only shares one difference between them.
I feel like the only difference is that, you know, Bron can jump higher than Jokic. That's the only difference that I can see.
He surprised me every day, you know, as far as like the one-legged shots. Like, man, them shots are crazy, but like just seeing him practice them, it's amazing. Like, cause he practices them shots every day, and then just to see him make them in the game or even try them shots in the game, man, it's amazing.
Emmanuel Mudiay recalls seeing Jokic for the first time in practice.
That's the first time I saw Jokic. Jokic was on my team. Remember, y'all played against him. And I was Jokic going to work in practices, bro. You know, practice is really where the game is the game, but practice, them scouts, nice. Them scouts is there too. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I called my brothers, I called everybody back home. I was like, bro, I just found like Baby Dirk. I was like, that's what I was calling him at the time. I was calling him Baby Dirk at the time. He wasn't showing his passing ability like that, but he was still like doing some stuff. I was like, dog, he jumping no harder than like a paper, bro. Like he's not jumping. And I was like, dog, this dude is nice.
NBA vet Jeff Green speaks on Jokic's love for his horses.
People see the love that he has for his horses, and that's real. That's really real. I remember on the East Coast trip in Philadelphia, and we played, I want to say in Cleveland, and flew to Boston, and he's up at 5 a.m. driving 2 hours just to go see horses, or he's watching horses on the plane. And what he said after that press conference after we won, that was real. He was ready to go home and be with his horses. And we had to beg him to, you know, go out, go to Vegas, you know, stay an extra day just to celebrate. But, you know, you got to love a guy who's passionate about, you know, things outside of basketball, you know, because it gives him a break mentally and physically, you know, from, you know, the life that we live. So, you know, you appreciate it, but you also like, damn, I can't believe he really is this passionate about horses.
Bones Highland talks about Jokic dominant after winning his third MVP.
He just makes the game so easy, man. Like scoring, distributing, and the fact that he's doing it still with a healthy team, you know, he didn't take like a back seat, right. Relax. That just like proves how dominant he is still to this day. And like even when like games he's not really, he won't have a 35 or a 40 something like that. He still has a triple double. So it's like it's really crazy how he just, you know, keep evolving every year and keep getting better. So, you know, he definitely had my vote for MVP. I feel like it ain't even close, bro. Like this guy's very humble. Like he doesn't want to talk about no accolades. Like it's just straight work and it ain't nothing else. Like it's all about team and winning. And everything else, all the accolades, is just like, I'm not saying like he don't care about it, but he don't speak about it. He don't want to talk about it. Like it's just, okay, just throw it to the side. I just want to win a championship and multiple championships. That's really just his day-to-day approach. You know, he's just on his phone and he watching horses all day. Like it's really all you will know about him. Like his private life, you won't know. Like nothing. Like I was recently just on a flight with his wife, and I'm like, wait, that's Yoke's wife. And I was under weather, so I didn't want to go over there. And she had a baby. I didn't want to, you know, go over there and talk to them and get something to them. You know, they have a newborn. So I'm like, man, this is, you know, they come back on the flight like just to see how, you know, private they are. That's something that you would look forward to or look up to as well too, just to see how off the grid they are, you know.
Bones also laughed at the ridiculous statement when Lou Will tried to say Cat more skilled than Joker. Former teammate Gary Harris on Jokic, the first time he saw him.
First training camp, and like he came over because he had played summer league and he played decent in summer league, but we just like, oh nah, like he all right. That's when we had Nurkic too. Yeah. And that's when Nurkic was the starter, and I love Nurk, and he was just like, and Nurk would be like, hey, come on, you really think he's good? I'm like, nah, bro, he good, bro. And then he just took off ever since, especially once like they had traded Nurk.
Game, we had an assistant coach named Kenny Atkinson at the time. He said he the best player on the team. Damn. So who the fuck is that?
Like Jokic, we seen how good he was like passing the ball. That's just how he was. It's like he really making the right play every time. And it's like, you know, everybody got like a little ego to him, this and that. He literally has no ego. Like he's really like
And you can tell too.
What the defense gives him, like, especially once you give him attention, like, he don't even want all that attention. Like, they start talking about, like, all the other stuff and different narratives. Like, he was just like, I'm cool. I'm straight. He went on a little 5-game losing streak. You know what I'm saying? They put Embiid first. And then I feel like that took off a lot of pressure off them as a team in general.
I believe it.
But just playing with him, bro, he's so selfless. You see, like, everybody can see it on a bigger stage, but, like, that's literally been him the whole time. And that shit was fun, bro. He make that shit way easier for everybody.
Game playing against him because you know him so well. No. He's that good, man. He's back-to-back MVP for a reason, man.
Frank Campazzo on his once-in-a-lifetime experience playing with Jokic.
The great thing he got is he make everyone better. After you play with him, you are a better player. That is why he's so special. And also he can score, he can pass, he can play defense. He's very smart playing defense, using his hand.
People usually don't look here as a good defender.
Usually the people who say that just watch some highlights or bad highlights. But he's very smart guarding. Maybe he's not the most athletic guy or the faster, but he's very smart on defense as well. You have to be ready every time you play with him because he see everything. And also the first thing, like way different I used to, is like me putting the pick and roll.
Campazzo is still absolutely astonished about Jokic's greatness.
Basically, he's the best player on the planet right now.
To be honest, I never see something like that. Like a player like Jokic. Never. I play with Manu, different kind of players with Scola, but Jokic is way different than them, and he can do everything. It's no surprise every time after the game he's in the gym doing weight room. If he play 40 minutes, he's in the weight room. If he play 20 minutes, he's even harder in the weight room. Away, in home, every time he's in the weight room. He's such a professional athlete, and you can see the result in his. Maybe it's not that hard, like try to have a success year, but he's been success like 3 years in a row. So that's the hard part of his game, and he's doing it. I mean, he's an amazing player.
Former All-Star Jameer Nelson knew right from the get-go how special the Serbian kid was.
So Joker, he gets drafted, 50, whatever, he comes over, and they asked me who was the best player. I said, this foreign dude. I said, when he learned English, he gonna be an all-star. They was like, what? You know what I'm saying? They like thought I was crazy. What you see in the game is, you like, put it like this, what you saw in practice is way better what you see in games.
All the time.
Because you can take different chances in practice.
Yeah.
So the stuff he would do in practice and playing pickup and all that stuff, you'd be like, yo, this is wild. And it's all to win. You know what I'm saying? It was never like I'm
showboating or doing
I told people, I said,
something.
look, man, the dude can average 35 if you want. I said, one, he doesn't care if he's the best player. He doesn't care if he's the whatever, right? He just want to play basketball and have fun. And most importantly, he want other people to succeed. Got to the point I started to take the ball out of bounds, throwing it to Joker, and I started running the wing. You know what I'm saying? Then I figured out how to play off of him. And you can see Jamal did the same thing. Jamal was more on ball, but when he figured out Joker makes everybody's life easier, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Darrell Arthur also knew from the start.
The first time I seen him hoop, the guy, man, like was making crazy plays, but he wasn't trying to score. But he had like position to where he could score, and I'm like, bro, you got to score that. And like he came in for a training camp, and I'm telling like the GM, like, bro, this dude is nice. Like he's gonna be good, bro. And I think they were gonna send him back to Serbia, you know, to like develop and stuff. I'm like, nah, y'all can't send him back. He got to play. You know, he got to play. And since we kept him every year, he got better and better and better. Like last year, 2,500 points, 1,000 rebounds, 1,000, and then, you know, 500 assists, something crazy like that. Like insane, bro. Like insane talent. Like I never seen a guy that could play like the same guy he was as a rookie, humble, quiet kid, same guy he is today. You know, same humble, same quiet kid, doesn't expect much. Great guy, easy to talk to, you know, not high maintenance guy. You know, he doesn't need a lot to make him happy. All he needs is family, his horses, he's in basketball, and he's good, man. Like, just a special talent, man, like generational talent. Like, I've never seen a big that can pass the ball the way he does. When I ask him questions about offense, he's like telling me 2-3 things that's like steps ahead of like, you know, the actual play that's going on. So he's very smart when it comes to basketball, and it's great to like pick his brain from time to time. I play with like good bigs too. Like I play with Marcus All, I play with like Zach Randolph, like great bigs. Like I play with Dirk. Like this guy is just on another level, man.
PJ Dozier on what made Jokic special.
This is knowledge of the game. You know, he sees plays, you know, 2 and 3 and 4 plays before it even happens. He knows where guys need to be at. offensively and defensively. I think being able to play alongside of him and that's something that I've took away from him and kind of instilled in my game. I've always felt like I was a player with a very high IQ of the game, kind of being able to play multiple positions and know things that are possibly going to happen before it happens. But once I got on the team with him and I kind of saw how he saw the game, it was in a totally different light, totally different perspective, and it's something that I carry with me today.
Bruce Brown on Joker after winning the title.
He had me drinking some Serbian whiskey. We was taking shots. So my goal all night was to get him drunk, and he just flipped the script. But he a bigger body, and I wasn't even thinking that. And we was taking shots of like some Serbian whiskey, and I was finished, bro.
You can't drink with them, bro.
I'm not. I'm done. I learned my lessons.
Nah, they different.
He's different.
You played with the best player in the league.
In the world.
We played with some of the best players that ever played this game. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kai, Jokic. Like,
yeah, so playing with Kai, James, and K, it's very different than playing with Nikola. Kai and them are unselfish, but I feel like Nikola's too unselfish, right? He gonna make the right play every single time. Like K can shoot over two people, Kai can shoot over two people and score. Nikola not gonna do that. He gonna pass it and believe that you're gonna make that shit.
Every single time?
Every single time.
Devon Reed on his incredible experience with number 15.
Nikola is a great person. I love Nikola. I learned so much from him too. Seeing somebody consistently be that good that much time, consistently. And I'd say it starts with, his routines and his preparation. I know a lot of people think, oh, Nikola don't like basketball or he just out there. Like it's crazy how the media can kind of put a spin or a motive on something when
it's not true.
It's never necessarily true. It's just that's the notion or that's the motive. And because he's got an unorthodox game or stardom or what have you, that you feel like that's word just because they say that's true. It's like not at all. He come in, get his work in every day. He get his treatment in before that every day. And after he working out or before he working out, he's getting his lift in. He's getting his work in. His work, his treatment, and his lifting every day. Every day. And he's doing the same hooks, same fadeaway shots that he do in the game. He's not in there like, he's doing what he does. You know what I mean? They got.
Marcus Howard shares his time with the greatest teammate he's ever played with.
He doesn't say much, but I think, as everybody can see from the outside looking in, his game and his presence, speak louder than words, So for him, just seeing how he works so diligently each and every day, was definitely a big influence, not only for myself, but for everyone in that locker room. You can't say enough good things about him, man. There's a reason why he's a two-time MVP. In my opinion, going to be third time. He just makes everyone around him better. When you have a guy that's that talented, but still makes everyone around him better, it's hard, to really nitpick something that, he isn't that good at. So, still, just being a guy that's a fan, away from the team and everything, I still root for those guys on that team and for him specifically, because, first and foremost, he's a great guy. So, I root for him and, that team's success.
No, I'm not going to sit here and say I thought he was going to be a multi-time MVP and win championships 7, 8, 9 years in or whatever it was, but he was special. For most young kids, when they come in, the game's really, really fast. It was like the Matrix for him. He was really slow. He made people better at a young age. You never see that. His approach to the game, his approach to the work was always different. He's just always had those skill sets that you can't teach. And so, I can't sit here and say this, but I thought he'd be a Hall of Fame type player. And you can see stuff people were pulling up when I was in the finals, 6, 7, 8 years ago or 7 years ago. I think of his rookie year, I thought he'd be a Hall of Fame type player. But to even see where he's at now is just incredible. I'm just proud of him and his family, and he's come a long way for sure.
I wake up to a text at 3:30 in the morning from Joker. And I used to always make fun of him because, he didn't win a championship, didn't do nothing.
Oh.
He had his first triple-double, and I said, oh, that's cute, blah, 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 whatever. And so he texted me in the morning and said, hey, brother, you ever won MVP or finals MVP? And I said, no, I haven't. He said, you kind of sucked, didn't you? I said, yeah, I sucked.
Justin Holiday marvels at Jokic's greatness, saying no matter what comes, who does what, Jokic doesn't get too high or too low. I know he enjoys playing basketball, but if you saw him, I know a lot of people talk about his expressions. He just goes out there, he's gonna kill you, and then go on to the next game.
As of right now, I have him as a top 10 big all the time.
Okay.
Right now, in today's game, he's top 10 all the time. He win another championship, we can easily start talking about top 5.
Right.
I think he's that good. I think he's that good this early in his career. Obviously, he has a long way to go with the remainder of his career, and a lot more things might change as far as accolades and achievements. But the talent speaks for itself. The consistency speaks for itself. The dominance, everything he brings to the game. He win another championship, he's top 5, and the conversation definitely starts to switch.
Most impressive part of his game, I think he's always this passer. He was always a rebounder and scorer. I would say his basketball IQ and his understanding of when to raise his level. He scores when he needs to, and he knows how to get everyone else involved.
Joker was like, I remember he drove me to the airport because I was living out of a hotel basically. So after practice, he would take me, and the dude was like the most laid back, funny dude ever though. Always playing jokes, farting in the locker room and stuff.
Who do you think make the game look easier, KD or Jokic?
Yo.
Damn, that's crazy.
And the reason why I say yo is because when you watching the game, I ain't give him his true respect until I got there. Jay, you know how it is. When we was coming out and he was coming out, I'm like, man. But yo, when you watching the game, you like, bro, he got 16 rebounds in the first half. I don't know where this came from. 17, 16, and 8 in the first. I was just sitting there watching, and he just run down the court. And the thing about him is he stayed at the same pace the whole game. Some guys are more athletic, but he just keep going the same pace. Same pace, whereas...
You can't stop it.
You can't stop it.
A real beast. He got it all, huh? He got it all, man. He got it all. And then his pace is so slow, you think, where's this coming from? How is this? But he knows... I feel like he sees the game at a slower pace than the rest of us. I feel like he sees in a different frame per second or something.
Yeah.
He'll literally Euro step you and then just wait while you're in the air and then throw the floater, shake you, pump fake, and just no facial expressions at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't look tired or nothing. I'm just like, how's he doing this? And then after those games, he'll get 30 and 15. He'll go lift after. He lift after every game, heavy too.
Strong.
So I'm like, okay, he locked in. He deserves all the glory he's getting for sure.